Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go on this TGIF. We are now heading into the weekend, but of course, hopefully you have on your Rangers blue. We've got the big parade happening over in Arlington just a little bit later on this morning. Again, if you are making plans to go over there, a little bit cooler, obviously, this morning, but even as we go through the afternoon, it will definitely become a milder day. Plenty of sunshine. It will be a warming southerly breeze out there. And again, locally here in the Metroplex, we will be topping out in the lower 70s. Again, we'll talk about your complete forecast for today, the weekend forecast, and then we'll also take a look into the extended. Could there be any cold front showing up? Again, more on that coming up. But this is where we started the morning, and morning lows pretty wide ranging, right? Over in our western counties, like out around the Breckenridge area, 50 degrees, that was the morning low. But again, you look at where it was a little bit chillier, especially in our eastern counties. You can see the Athens area, even up towards Paris. Again, those were the chillier spots. Again, down to 37 this morning. Locally here in the Metroplex, again, most of us in the 40s. You definitely needed the winter jacket, but again, you'll be able to let that go as we go through the afternoon. DFW, by the way, officially down to 44 degrees this morning. So looking around the region here, it's another day in a row. And in fact, I think I've shown this map now almost each and every day this week. The surface map, again, looking for any cold fronts, warm fronts, dry lines, just any kind of features that may be impacting our weather. And I tell you, just even as we look around the region, there isn't any, right? We're just in a very quiet pattern. Of course, not unusual for fall. You can get some very quiet and again, some very fine fall weather. Simply put, that's what we're going to be enjoying heading into the weekend. There's a cold front well off to our north right now that poses no threat of coming into North Texas or even into the southern plains. We will be watching some active weather beginning to brew up in the Pacific Northwest. But again, outside of that, even around the nation today, again, very, very quiet as it has been through most of the work week. Now, we've been talking about this little feature that's currently stalled off the California Baja, and believe it or not, even though we've been really talking through most of the week about this moving through parts of Old Mexico, maybe sending some cloud cover up into North Texas as we go through the weekend, but no real rain opportunities. This appears to even be slowing down. It may even try and stall as we go through the weekend as well. So even some of the cloud cover we've been talking about is looking a little more questionable even heading into the weekend as well. So simply put, our weather is quiet. Definitely do enjoy it because as we know, this time of year, as we get a little bit deeper into fall, early winter, things can definitely turn on a dime. But just going forward in time, where's the cold air, right? Where's the cold Canadian air we look for this time of year? Well, you can see over the next 5 to 7 days, again, it is bottled up well to our north. We're going back into more of a zonal flow. Again, the jet stream moving from west to east, kind of a straight line, if you will. And on the northern fringes of that straight line, that's where the cold air is. So without any dips or any troughs developing, there's no opportunity for that colder air, that Canadian air, to cool down or essentially maybe even try and make a run into the southern plains. So kind of a lot of details, again, for really just a simple point. It's going to be quiet, right? And so even as we go forward in time talking about the opportunity of rain, it's a relatively dry forecast without any storm systems, without any frontal boundaries moving through the area. The opportunity of rain, at least over the next 5 days through the weekend for sure. Again, right now it is dry even around the region. So just looking at the modeling here, again, you can see by sunrise tomorrow morning, there may be a little bit of that low gray stratus cloud cover, some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico kind of fluxing up into the area. We'll watch for that overnight. And then as we go through the weekend, you can see maybe some high level cloud cover tries to spill in from the south. But again, outside of that, basically, that's all she wrote. Temperatures, though, as we go over the next several days, becoming milder. In fact, today, generally 70s around the area. If you're making Friday evening plans, this is a pretty good looking Friday evening. It'll be cool with temperatures through the 60s, fair skies. Again, not bad though for this time of year. And then overnight, some 40s in the east. And again, most of us generally in the 50s. And we'll continue to build on those temperatures. Take a look at your Saturday here, more in the way of mid-70s. Again, still plentiful sunshine, even as we go through tomorrow, Saturday. Maybe some of that high-level cloud cover on Sunday, still building on the temperatures. And take a look at that as we get into next week, talking about some high temperatures in the 80s. There will be a very weak frontal boundary. The way it looks right now, by the middle part of next week, could be an opportunity of some rain there. And then the following weekend, there may be a bit better of an opportunity of some rain. More coming up.